Yo fam, it's me, Sasha Denbright, and welcome to episode 6 of the 2024 season of You Targeting. My gosh, I'm here with my co-hosts Mike Roch Burns and Earl Maynard, and let's talk some college football, baby. I guess we can talk more than college football. We'll talk about whatever the garbage we want to, including, I'll give you a little update. My vacation went very well. Had a great time in Destin, Florida. Saw some sharks. Pretty awesome. Spent about $1,000 on food in just like 2 days. Psh, living it up, baby. But let's recap this last week. Starting with Illinois, Nebraska. Illinois wins that game in overtime, 31-24. Earl was the only one that picked that game correct. I'm surprised as much trash as Earl is. Next game, USC at Michigan. Michigan actually showed up and won a game, 27-24, and Mike was the only one that picked that one correct. Psh, I did garbage this week. Utah versus Oklahoma State. I actually did get this one right, and me and Mike picked Utah to win. They won 22-19. And then the game of the week, which wasn't much of a game of the week. We all saw it coming. We all picked Tennessee to win, and they win 25-15. So now let's talk points for the season. Get my notes here. Mike is in the lead. What a piece of garbage. 13 points for Mike. I have 12. Earl is still in last place like the nothing but piece of trash and garbage that Earl is. I didn't talk about the NFL game. The NFL game was the Ravens at the Dallas Cowboys. And I was the only one that picked Dallas. Guess what? Baltimore wins that game. Nothing but pure trash picks. And nobody got the NASCAR pick correct. But anyways, Iowa did beat Minnesota 31-14. So we gave another $5. So our total is up to $15 now to the Children's Hospital. And anyways, let's give away some garbage awards. Starting with my team of the week, I'm going to give it to the Tennessee Volunteers. Now, let me say this first. I think Oklahoma is nothing but pure trash. But Tennessee has just been playing so well. That was a tough game for them, and they still look good. I mean, I think they let off the throttle a little at the later in the game. If they would have kept their foot on the pedal, I think they would have made it even worse, but they still look dang good against Oklahoma. Tennessee's a good team, and I'm going to be real curious to see how it all shakes down in the SEC with teams like Alabama and Georgia playing this week. And then you got teams like Ole Miss and Tennessee. How are they going to fare throughout the regular season? And are they going to be all playoff teams? I'm going to be real interested in seeing how that all shapes up. But anyways, so they're my team of the week. Congratulations, Tennessee. But now it's time for my favorite segment, Trash Teams. Let's talk some trash. I'm going to give a Trash Team award to both Arkansas and Auburn for being nothing but pure nipples. 7 total turnovers in that game. Arkansas ended up winning. Auburn's nothing but pure trash. I think they threw like 5 interceptions or something like that. Nothing but pure stinking garbage. My gosh. Next trash team, Northern Illinois. Here, they beat my precious Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Everybody thought, man, maybe they're pretty dang good. They lose to Buffalo 23-20 in overtime. What garbage. Next trash team, Missouri. They barely squeaked by nipple hair against Vanderbilt in double overtime, 30-27. My gosh, Missouri, get your absolute crap together. And I'm going to give another award to Mississippi State. I gave it to them last week. Hey, Mississippi State, your cowbell's ringing, and it's another trash award for you. You lost to Florida, 45-28. What pure garbage! Got blown up by Toledo last week and then lose to the absolute trash Gators 45-28. My gosh, I would feel terrible to be a Mississippi State fan right now. Next trash team, Kansas State Wildcats. My gosh, I mean, they were looking like a pretty decent team just a few weeks ago. They lose to BYU 38-9. What pure garbage! My gosh, I mean, it's just 1 week. Hey, we're pretty good. We deserve to be in the top 15, and then they get walloped by BYU. My gosh, what a pure nipple program. My goodness. Anyways, let's move on. It's time for my absolute trash team of the week. My absolute trash team of the week is the Kent State Golden Flashes. My God, with a name like Golden Flashes, you're pretty much trash anyways. But my gosh, listen at Kent State, and they're 0-3. Listen at their losses. First game they lose to St. Francis. Who the absolute mess is St. Francis? Never even heard of the garbage school. And they lost 23-17. And then they were my trash team last week because they lost to Tennessee in the next game 71-0. My gosh. And then they come out against Penn State. Again, I don't expect you to beat them, but they lost 56-0. My gosh. 3 games they've scored 17 points. In the last 2 games, 71-0, 56-0. Got their nipples absolutely blown off. Kent State is nothing but pure trash. But anyways, that's it for the trash teams. It's time to move on to questions. First question is from I'm the Knees Bees. It says, Bama will absolutely roll Georgia up and smoke them. Book it. And we need a brave sweep of the Mets. Yeah, they need a sweep. For sure. Struggling right now. Anyways, he goes on to say, and what you think about Caleb Williams' painted fingernails? Absolute garbage. He's doing terrible for the Bears anyways. Psh. We'll get into the Bama-Georgia game later. I mean, I like your confidence there in Bama. And yeah, the Braves really need to whip up on the Mets, and they need the Mets to lose all they can because, my goodness, they're trying to get that last wild card spot in the playoffs. Pretty exciting, at least something to, watch if you're a baseball fan for sure. And Caleb Williams, painted fingernails, there's so much I want to say, but I'm scared to say it on a podcast because I could get canceled. But I will say, without saying certain words that offend people, I think Caleb Williams likes to puff Peters. I mean, that's just my opinion. If I was a coach and any of my players wanted to paint their fingernails, go play in the WNBA or something. You can identify as anybody now. So if you want to paint your fingernails and identify as a chick, go play some woman's sport, and get out of a man's sport and quit painting your fingernails. That's what I would say about that. Next question is, and I gotta be careful reading this name. It is by Darnell Kipper Capper Knickerknacker. It says, if you could build the perfect football player, choosing the hands of one, the feet of one, and the mindset of one, who would it be? Also, just want to plug my new convenience store over on I-75 in Georgia. Come on through for all your Kipper Capper Knicker paddywhacker needs. What a tongue twister there. And I don't appreciate the free plug. I don't give free plugs on this show, so you will receive a bill in the mail to go toward sponsorship of this podcast. So sucks to be you, Knickerknacker, or Kipper Capper Knickerknacker. But anyways, yeah, if I could build the perfect quarterback, let me see here. So I guess you said the hands of one, but I guess you mean that their arm strength. I'm probably going to go Michael Vick, arm strength. Heck, I'd probably go Michael Vick, legs, him or Lamar Jackson, for sure. In mindset, I don't think you can beat anybody, mindset-wise, would be Tim Tebow. My goodness, just a will to win. Or Peyton Manning. I mean, you see the size of his head. His brain and his football IQ is pretty high. So I might go Peyton Manning, just because I think he definitely was the better quarterback in the NFL than Tim Tebow was. So yeah, I'm going to go Michael Vick, arm, leg, and then Peyton Manning, brain. Yeah, that's my perfect quarterback. If you don't like it, suck my nipples. I don't care. Anyways, next question is from Mike Rochburns is a wonderful lover. My goodness, who can this be? Anyways, it says, have you heard of these gas-fired toilets they have now? Basically, your fecal matter gets incinerated and turned into ash. Then you just dump it out like it's cat litter. Although I'm not sure if I would like the smell of burnt poop, would you own one? I looked into them. They're kind of expensive, and I really don't get. I mean, I guess it's for people that want to save water or maybe don't have the correct plumbing. But I don't know why you would want to burn your crap. And I don't get that really. I mean, maybe it's good for the environment, but I don't care about all this environment crap. Man, I was just talking with somebody about the old baby wipes. And you remember when baby wipes used to come in the plastic tubs? They were so much easier to dispense a baby wipe. Now they put them in those cheap garbage little packets. And the baby wipes, you can't get them out. You pull one out and then you lose it. And then you have to dig. And then you end up grabbing like 4 out just to get the flow of wipes coming out again. Nothing but garbage. There's so much that tree huggers have ruined. For people like us. I get so sick of this environment crap. But anyways, I know that's a little off subject. But yeah, I'll probably never own one of those toilets. They don't make a lot of sense to me. And they just cost too much money. Give me an old-fashioned American Standard, that just flushes like normal. And there's even toilets out there that have 2 buttons. One for number 1, and then it's got a little button for number 2 that gives it more flush power when you take a crap. That's so dumb. My gosh, just give me all the flush power either up front or just give me a normal flush. I don't understand why we have to have a pee flush and a poop flush. Makes no garbage sense. Anyways, let's get on to the next question. It is from Fart Captured in a Mountain Dew Bottle. It says, are you shocked that Florida State beat Cal? Because I was. And I also hope your vacation went well. And by that, I mean I hope a hammerhead shark bit your right foot off. My gosh. I don't know what I did to this person. But my vacation did go well. I didn't see a hammerhead, by the way. I just saw some little sand sharks. And they didn't come close to my foot. So, sorry about your luck. And am I shocked that Florida State won? Yeah, I thought California would just roll them like everybody else has, because Florida State's nothing but pure garbage. What a garbage program. I hate Florida State so bad. And I hate that they won this game, to tell you the truth. I wanted to see them go like 0-12 and just cry like little titty babies on the sideline. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see people just quit in the middle of the year and be like, you know what? I'm just not even going to play football anymore because we suck that bad. So I kind of hate that they beat Cal. But I hope they don't get too much momentum. I hope they lose their next game and get humbled and brought back down to earth like the trash that they are. Anyways, next question is from I Love Rolling Boogers. It says, I have a date Saturday night, but I don't want to miss a Georgia-Alabama game. What should I do? First of all, I don't know if you're a man, woman, whatever. But whoever this person that you want to go on a date with, they're not worth missing the Georgia-Alabama game. Yeah, I would fake sickness. Just say you have diarrhea. I mean, that'll get you out of anything, really. But I would not miss that game for a date. That's just trash. Anybody that thinks a date is more important, trying to find a lover is more important than a top 5 matchup in the SEC. They're nothing but pure trash, and you wouldn't want to date them anyways. Well, what I would do is be like, hey, I know I said I'd go out Saturday night, but I'm watching this game. If you want to have a date, you can come over and watch the game. If not, then you can just go find somebody else. I mean, it's as simple as that. If they don't want to watch that game with you, they're not worth dating. That's my advice to you. But I think that's all the questions that we have. So let me see my notes. I guess we'll just go to Earl now and let's talk some NASCAR.
Yeah, Sasha, this last week, dominated by Kyle Larson. He led 462 laps out of 500 laps at Bristol. Just a dominating performance. This was the cutoff race in the first round. 4 drivers eliminated. That includes Martin Truex Jr., Ty Gibbs, Brad Keselowski, and Harrison Burton, which we knew Harrison Burton was a piece of garbage and wasn't going to make it past the first round. But some of the shockers, I mean, Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric making it to the round of 12. And we all knew that Denny Hamlin would find a way to turn it on there at Bristol, and he would make it to the next round. But it was a pretty boring race, pretty big snoozer in my opinion. I know this next race will be better. We're going to Kansas. Kansas in the spring was the closest finish in NASCAR history. So pretty epic racetrack, and it seems like these cars, these next gen cars, race very well at the 1.5-mile tracks, and looking forward to it. I'm gonna pick my driver, and I'm gonna go with Kyle Larson. I mean, he won in the spring, and just so much dominance in this last race. I think his team's got all the momentum. Give me Kyle Larson. What about you, Sasha?
I'm going to take Denny Hamlin. I mean, he performed well at Bristol. I think his team's got momentum again, and I think he's definitely a contender for the Final Four.
Give me Christopher Bell. I mean, he's been sneaky good. He hasn't been like leading laps up front, but he's really good at these 1.5-mile tracks. He can run up top by the wall and get more speed than a lot of guys. Him or Tyler Reddick, I think, is going to have a great race, but something's telling me just to go with Christopher Bell.
That's pretty much a trash pick. Anyways, Mike, what's the NFL game for this week?
We have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 teams, I think they're both 2-1. Eagles have kind of struggled. Jalen Hurts has thrown some interceptions early, and definitely don't look like a really good playoff team or a Super Bowl contending team. But the NFL, things can change pretty quick, and I felt like this was a pretty good matchup, so that's why I picked it. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts gets it together, and I think they play well on the road, and I think they get the job done.
Well, that's a nipple pick. Give me Tampa Bay. I haven't been impressed at all with the Eagles. Yeah, they had a great defense against the Saints because the Saints had a high-scoring offense, and the Eagles did shut down that offense. But I think the Buccaneers at home is going to win this game.
Well, guys, I'm not going to just make a normal pick. I'm going to sing this pick to you, so get ready.
Oh, great.
Whoa, whoa, oh, beat those Eagles. Oh,
What is he doing?
All right, Earl, we get it.
Whoa, beat those Eagles. Whoa.
Earl, we get it.
Shut up, Earl. My goodness.
My gosh, you're picking the Bucks. We get it.
Those Eagles. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles to win this game.
What do you mean you just saying beat those Eagles?
Well, I mean, I couldn't say, well, listen, this is why I couldn't do it the other way. Whoa, beat those Buccaneers. See, it don't work.
Earl, you're the dumbest idiot that I know. My gosh, what a waste of life. Anyways, get ready to step out and get on stage. Earl is in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He is at a local bar near the It sounds like he's been doing too much drinking, by the way. But he's near the college campus there in Tuscaloosa, and we're gonna get him up on stage, and we're gonna make our college football picks. Starting with Louisville versus my absolute precious Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You know who I'm picking in this one. Louisville is going to get smacked in the mouth by Notre Dame. Let's go Irish.
I hate to break it to you, Sasha, but I can't trust Notre Dame. They're very inconsistent. I'm going to go with Louisville to get this win.
I got 3 drinks in me right now, and I'm planning on about 8 more. So I'm feeling pretty good here in Tuscaloosa. But anyways, just let me make this pick real quick, and I will pick the Notre Dame Fighting Irish because Louisville's just dumb, to tell you the truth. And Notre Dame has potential to be good.
Earl, I think you've had definitely more than 3. I think you need to settle down. Anyways, next pick is Illinois at Penn State. Give me the Penn State Nittany Lions because Illinois sucks nipples.
I wouldn't say they suck nipples, Sasha, but I'm going to go also with the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Yeah, I think Penn State's a little sneaky good, kind of like a ninja blackjack player. But they have they've proved enough to me that I ain't going to pick against them, so I'll take Penn State.
Okay, next game, Oklahoma State at Kansas State. I think both these teams are just trash. I don't even know why they're in the top 25. I guess I'll go with Kansas State because they're at home, but I hope they don't look like they did against BYU this last week.
That's what I'm thinking they're going to look like, is like how they did against BYU. So that's why I'm picking Oklahoma State to get the dub.
Yeah, I'm going with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. You know that I like the name Cowboys, baby. Yeah, pistols up.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate this version of Earl. He needs to quit drinking. I'm sick of it. My gosh, Earl, you're terrible. You need to. Oh man, I know he's just gonna sing karaoke later on tonight, and I feel terrible for those people in Tuscaloosa for that. But anyways, yeah, he's in Tuscaloosa. Game of the week: Georgia at Alabama. What a matchup! Like having these two teams play at this point in the season, this feels like the playoffs are already here. And, man, I'm just so excited to plop down on the couch with an ice-cold Coke Zero, or cherry Coke Zero. That's what I've been drinking lately. I know y'all don't care, but I don't give an absolute crap. It's my podcast. Anyways, I'm going to go with Alabama. I have learned in my life, guys, I always will pick against Alabama thinking that finally somebody will figure something out and they'll beat it. And I know it's not Nick Saban's Alabama, but that's beside the absolute point. I just can't pick against Bama in this game, especially with them being at home. Roll Tide roll, and I think they get the dub.
I mean, I can't wait for this matchup. 2 amazing teams, but I have to say, Sasha, I got to go with the proven coach in this situation. I know both teams have talent. I know both teams can get the job done, and I know Alabama's at home. But Kirby Smart has been here. He's been in these types of games, and I know what you're going to say. Well, he's lost to Alabama in these big games. But that was Nick Saban's Alabama. I think when you compare both of these coaches and the experience they have in the big games, I'm going to take Kirby Smart, and I'm going to take the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, boys, you know the old saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And you might be thinking I'm talking about Georgia. I'm not, because in this situation, Alabama's the man. They own Georgia, and I'm going to go with the Tide, baby. Roll, Tide, roll. And to answer your question, Sasha, I am going to fire up that karaoke machine here in a little bit, and you best bet my first song's going to be Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn because I'm feeling it tonight.
Again, Tuscaloosa, I am so sorry that you got to hear that from Earl. He's nothing but pure, absolute nipple garbage. And I hate that you have to hear that. But I do appreciate everybody listening to the podcast. I can't wait to recap this awesome game between Georgia and Alabama next week. Y'all have a good week, and we'll see you next time.